Okay, welcome to another video. Let's go ahead and talk about how to trade the simple way. We're talking about day trading today. Couple of rules. Keep your charts clean. That's an absolute important rule. Now, aside from drawing some major supply and demand zones and even maybe having one or two indicators, other than that, if you have too much on your charts, you are not trading the professional way. So let's go ahead and show you how to trade. So first you want to do is a top-down analysis. Take a look at my other videos on how to do that. In more general terms. But what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and basically chart our major supply and demand zones here. So if we just kind of zoom in a little bit on the monthly chart, we can say, okay, that's a, kind of is a major demand zone. Major supply zone. This is probably right there, another one. And then let's just say in this area, right? So we're just taking a look at the kind of the broader market. Now we want to come down to the weekly chart and do the same exact thing. So we can see on the weekly chart, we can see there's several areas, right, of key supply and demand. And the reason why we chart these areas out is because that's where a lot of buyers and sellers are. Okay, all right, so now we're going to come down to the daily level. And we just kind of want to look at fresh zones, same exact thing. We're going to take an area of major supply there. Here's an area of demand. And I would even say this area right here, since we have two areas where it closed on the day. All right, moving right along, go down to the 4-hour chart, same sort of thing. So now we're going to see that on the 4-hour chart, we do have an area right there. 1-hour chart, same process. We do have an area of, looks like demand right there. And again, we're just looking at fresh zones, most recent trading sessions. Same thing on the 30-minute time zone, same exact process, right? We just kind of want to look at this area right here as a major zone and even right there. So let's just go ahead and chart that out real quick. All right, so coming down to the 15-minute, typically if you're doing 15-minute, if you're doing 1 hour and 30-minute, the 15-minute resolves itself. And then I just come down to the 3-minute. Now, if we take a look at the price action even today, you can see how price respected these zones almost with absolute certainty. And we're on a 3-minute chart here. You can even come down to 1 minute and you can see it touched the zone, bounced off, right? Touch the zone, bounce down. Touch the zone, bounce down, right? So you could see with absolute certainty, just based on this, you can trade the lower time frames and you can day trade. And you can kind of see going back, these are areas that were supported and respected. Okay, now, if you wanted to add an indicator, I suggest maybe adding like a VWAP indicator, which is volume weighted average price. And you actually want to go in here and just kind of, you want to remove the bands. All right, you just want to keep that the volume weighted average price, which is the average price per day based on the volume. And then now you can get a clear direction. So you can say, okay, if I'm trading the 3-minute chart today on SPY, all right, when price drops below VWAP, that's generally a bearish sign, right? So you can trade from here to here to this zone, or you can ride it all the way down. When it touches this zone, it looks like it's a reversing back. But if it's going to stay below VWAP, most likely it's going to be bearish on the day. All right. And then you can even, if you just use common sense, you could say, well, look, on the day, it's kind of like pointing down, right? All the price tends to be pointing down. So you kind of have a general idea like, okay, that's going to be most likely a bearish day based on these multi-time frame supply and demand zones that we developed. The previous session, same sort of thing, right? You can kind of take, you could take your little lines there and you could say, okay, well, this day, we obviously couldn't predict where the market's going to go. You're never going to be able to predict with absolute certainty, but you can kind of see as it bounced back up, once it kind of left this level, you kind of already marked pre-market highs. Once it leaves and kind of breaks out that area, that this next level really acts like this supply zone acts like a magnet, right? So, you can kind of take profits into that, knowing with, great probability that it's probably going to close up in that area or go to that area. So again, use that as a simple day trading strategy and good luck.